eventually comes a point where you have to decide, how do I want to live my life? I haven't talked to my daddy in 6 years. I don't give a fuck about what my family has gone through. I know where I will go. So it's like, you can only say that for so long. Black women are tired, and, kind of like putting on to them, like, hey, you didn't do this entirely, because everybody in here, several people have talked about, going to counseling. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself. Can I say one more thing? No, I have to say this, because another thing that happens is, too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by this.
Right, just say it, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me, and that's what a lot of women have issues with.
I'm living it right the fuck now.
As I said, I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
You're overtalking.
I'm gonna fucking overtalk you because
it's Lit TV right here. Now, recently, Clifton Powell, he was on a round table, basically having a conversation about some of the drama and, trauma that happens in households, specifically in his case, growing up Black household, and kind of giving some context to some of the things that's happened in his life. Now, shout out to Clifton Powell. He's a legend. He actually has had a very long 35, 40 plus year career in entertainment. He's had some iconic roles, and now in his later life, he's still acting. He's still very active, but he's also giving game. Take a listen here at that interaction at the round table.
So one thing that I just want to talk about in Luke, make sure I say it right, pop this part out. Okay, what Luke brought up was like accountability. Like, yes, we can talk about, what our families did to us, all this, all that, but eventually, and I know why people try and say this, and I really don't like that, but eventually comes a point where you have to decide, how do I want to live my life? I haven't talked to my daddy in 6 years. I don't give a fuck about what my family has gone through. I know where I will go. So it's like, you can only say that for so long. Black women are tired, and, kind of like putting on to them, like, hey, you didn't do this entirely, because everybody in here, several people have talked about, going to counseling. Have that upon yourself. Stop waiting for a woman to tell you what you need to do. Take that upon yourself.
Let me address that real quickly. For me, I didn't know fucking how.
Can I say one more thing? No, I have to say this, because another thing that happens is, too, you live your life for so long, and I'm not meaning no disrespect by this.
Right, just say it, bro.
But when you hit your 60s and your 70s, I want to be right.
Okay, but
I want to live my life right. I want someone to take care of me and protect me, and that's what a lot of women have issues with.
I'm living it right the fuck now.
As I said, I said 60s and 70s.
Let me say this.
You're overtalking.
I'm gonna fucking overtalk you because you're talking out of line.
But you're not gonna disrespect me.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, I am. I do. I do.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, I do. I do. I do.
know it, nigga.
I do. I'm good. You don't know what the fuck it is.
I'm living. You can't tell me what the fuck I'm living, nigga. I'm living it right now. You cannot fix no shit that you don't even know what's happening.
I think there's a misunderstanding.
No, but he's generalized. You can't. No, listen, bro. Let me stop. This is what it is. Let's get to the truth of this. You can't fix no shit unless you meet somebody who is on another level to help you elevate to understand. I'm not indicting anybody. I'm telling you what the shit is. You can't fix some shit that you don't know about, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. And then you get there at 69 and 70 and say, I thought I was being loving all this time. That's what our parents have gone through, and that's why we all so fucked up right now.
You asked, how do we love black women? Yeah. That's right here. Trust black women and listen to black women because they know more than we do what it is that they need.
I don't think that's true either.
Woo. Man, things got heated real fast, right? Now, Clifton Powell, obviously things kind of went left, but I understand what he's saying. I don't know who the brother was speaking for black women. I don't know. His energy, the young brother was given emotional feminine energy. And I don't think he's the best one, in my opinion, to speak up for us as black women. Because really what Clifton was saying, I was kind of vibing to, because we all got our own trauma, drama, whatever we done lived through, the things that's went on in our family. So I can appreciate that. To go further, I remember an interview where Clifton was actually speaking about getting married early and how, and now not really blaming his ex-wife why things didn't happen, because he can look at it and reflect and see where he was wrong.
So one of the panelists asked me, what's the biggest mistake I made? I think the biggest mistake I made in the beginning was getting married. Not so much because marriage is bad, but trying to build my career inside of my marriage. It's simply impossible. The divorce rate in Hollywood is almost 97%. amongst entertainers. So, and not that I wouldn't have married my ex-wife or not have my kids. The best thing that came out of that were my kids. But I just, being an entertainer, and I'll give you an example. In 1979, myself, Denzel Washington, Sam Jackson, Angela Bassett, we were all poor actors who were just entering into a very difficult business. And nobody ever told me and taught me anything about Hollywood or how to be an entertainer or be in the entertainment business. It's a little different when you're in New York and you don't necessarily make it to the big national level. But when you leave New York, like we all did, only left New York, not necessarily come out to Hollywood to be famous actors. We were in love with the work, but you don't make a lot of money. So when you come out to Hollywood, the next thing you know, you do rock. And then from rock, you do Menace to Society. And then from Menace, you do Dead Presidents. And then I went on a 35-year run, you know, where I did Rush Hour, Next Friday, Phantoms, Deep Rising, and all the movies that people have Ray, and all the movies that people have seen me in. And inside of that has its own, the trajectory in the arts has its own isolated energy. And it takes all of your time and all of your energy. You barely have enough time for your wife and your kids. And I didn't understand that. And so when I was married at the height of my career, making a lot of money, I was out of my house maybe 80% of the time. And no marriage can survive if you're not giving it attention. And then there's all the other temptations on the road, the women, the gambling, the drinking, the partying. And before you know it, you're in divorce court. And that's really what happened. I survived it, you know, because money is amazing. But if you're not happy, money is not good. So I don't blame my ex-wife. I don't blame anyone. I just, with my journey, trying to help young entertainers understand, build your career first and then focus on marriage and children and things like that.
Yeah, man. So let me know what you guys think. Shout out to him. You know, the brother, Clifton Powell, he is definitely giving out free game. I mean, honestly, to go ahead, build your career, but it is hard to juggle career and an early young marriage. Maybe if, you know, once the kids get out and then the wife's doing her own thing or something like that, but the whole situation where you're, you know, you're on the road all the time and you're a young man earning money, you start making money, then you get into gambling. You know, you just make all those young, dumb mistakes. But let me know what you guys think. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And until next time, it's lit.